all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman Show, as you are requested, we're back with it. The JC Sports Report. We go to Memphis to my man, the 901, where they're shelter in place and quarantine as well. JC Smith, what's good, bruh?
Boss, what's happening with you, man? Hope you taking care of yourself where you at, man. Washing your hands and, self-quarantine and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, bruh, I have become a Netflix champion, bruh. I've learned about new movies, new documentaries. I've kind of become a hermit almost. I've kind of been in the house. I don't go nowhere, but I work from home, and I just don't do that anymore, bruh.
Man, that's me, bro. Yeah, I've watched everything on Netflix, man. What's next? What's next after Netflix?
Yeah. I was texting out the air, bro, like crazy. We hung out March the 7th, and come March 14th, the world had changed on the whole week.
Yeah, man, it was all good about 3 weeks ago, man, and then everything's kind of flipped, man, especially after Rudy Gobert caught the COVID, and then after that, man, it was a wrap.
Yeah, it was on my birthday, Hawks versus Knicks. I'm at the arena, and I get this message talking about she's getting suspended. I'm like, suspended? I'm like, what? Suspended?
Yeah, man.
And it all went down from there on my birthday, so I never forget my birthday where season I spent it on my birthday, man. So I cannot forget that at all. So I guess I got to enjoy my birthday in Memphis. I ain't to celebrate nothing else, but in Memphis
Right.
with you after the game, man, 'cause I
There
didn't
it
do
is.
nothing else but my
There it
birthday,
is, man. You know, it's crazy, man.
bruh. So we had a lot going on in the world of sports, wise in the NFL, and Amari Cooper signed for 5 years, $100 million, which was really a 2-year, $40 million contract with 3 options for the Cowboys. $20 million is whether they don't keep him or not. So, what are your thoughts on Amari Cooper taking less money from the Redskins, offered him to come stay with Dallas and be their number one receiver, be one of their triplets they want to have reincarnated with him, Dak, and Zeke Elliott in the backfield?
You know, I think it's one of those situations that kind of worked out for both parties, man. You know, Cowboys being in a situation to where they traded for him and gave up the first round pick, about a year or two ago. You know, they had no choice but to give Amari that money, man, because you can't give up a first round pick for a guy, and not, and just let him go, for practically nothing, man. You know, you gave up a first round pick, you know what I'm saying? So you had to kind of go ahead and spend that money. And then when you look at Amari on his side, I think from day one, when the Cowboys did that, I think he had a sense of loyalty towards Jerry Jones and the Cowboys after that move to bring him to Dallas. And I think, Amari, even before it, the beginning of last season, I remember he talked about, his desire to stay in Dallas and everything, man. So, and then, you can go to the Redskins for more money, but, you're not going to a better situation. You're not going to a better team. Redskins team that's rebuilding right now, a few years away from really being able to contend, as far as the division. So why not, stick it out in Dallas while you still have that window to win games and make the playoffs? And like I said, I think it's a deal that's going to work out for both parties. And I know you're going to touch on Rex Ryan's comments also there towards Amari Cooper. And the thing is, Rex Ryan, it's fair criticism. Amari Cooper, like I said, he's shown up, in games where, the competition wasn't that great or wasn't that much on the line. He puts up big numbers in those games, but he has yet to really show that he can do it, when it matters the most. And, I hope that Amari can look at the criticism that Rex Ryan, threw at him, and he can use that as motivation going towards next season and try to prove all his critics, all his doubters wrong.
I hear that, and the Cowboys still have not worked out a deal with Dak Prescott. I thought it's getting more expensive every day. They put the exclusive tag on him. Dak wants a 4-year deal for what we're hearing, and the Cowboys want a 5-year deal. What are your thoughts on the haggling with Dak and the Cowboys? Seems like he wants one of those $35 billion deals or $4 billion, so like 4 years and $140. I don't know how much guaranteed he wants out of that 4 years, $140. But do you see Dak as $35 million a year, the Russell Wilson contract, but in real money, not new money?
Right. And with that situation, I think something's going to get done before that July 15th deadline there. And also in regards to that, the Cowboys have a long history of signing, their top guys to long-term deals. They like to, sign guys to 5-year deals so they can spread that money out throughout the salary cap throughout the years on the deal. So that's why they're, definitely pushing for a 5-year deal. And Dak wants a 4-year deal so he can, catch free agency again, while he's maybe just reaching 30, 31 years old at the time that the deal will be done. So I think at the end of the day, man, he's going to get $35 million a year. He's going to get Russell Wilson money. It's just a matter of years at this point. But I think the deal's going to get done. I don't see Dak going into next season playing on a franchise tag. I just don't see that happening. I think something's going to get done, but it's going to be close to that deadline. Jerry Jones, he's all about suspense. He's going to, make you weigh it out, the drama and everything as far as that goes. But I think at the end of the day, a deal gets done, man. Dak is going to end up with maybe a 4-year deal if that's what he wants. They'll work something out as far as a 4-year deal, or they'll do a 5-year deal. But something's going to get done before that franchise tag deadline.
I noticed a lot of Dallas Cowboy defenders went to the Oakland Raiders, following Rob Marinelli out there, man. So the Raiders now Cowboys West now, I see, on defense at least.
Yeah, man. It's Cowboys West, huh? Viva Las Vegas. So, yeah, man. I mean, the only guy that I think is really going to make a difference on that team, or it's going to really help, is Malik Collins, man. But Jason Witten and Jeff Heath, yeah, I'm not seeing. Maybe Jeff Heath on special teams, but I think Heath has he hasn't really been exposed. You know, he's not a great safety. He was a thumper. He can hit, but he had no coverage skills whatsoever, man. So I think he'll get exposed a little bit if he does see a lot of playing time out there in Oakland. I mean, out there in Vegas now. But yeah, Jason Witten, he's washed. He's not going to really be able to provide much out there for them. The only guy that's going to make a little bit of a difference is probably Malik Collins.
How shocked are you that Cam Newton and Jameis Winston are still unsigned right now? And what are the Chargers doing? They should either sign Winston or Cam Newton now. They're both better than Tyrod Taylor.
Are they though? like when you really think about it, like, are they that much better? I know we talk about Cam Newton, you know, former MVP. I mean, if you're asking me right now, boss, if you're asking me if I'm the general manager of the Chargers, do I want Cam or Tyrod Taylor? Yeah, okay, give me Cam, but I'm not so sure that Cam is just like 10 times better than Tyrod Taylor. I'm not sure Jameis Winston is 10 times better than Tyrod Taylor. So, you know, when it comes down to it, and it's all about your scheme and, you know, what you want to do out there. You know, Cam Newton, he's not the same guy that he once was. Is he still a NFL starter? Yeah. But is he still the MVP caliber player that he was 5 years ago? No, he's not that guy, man. He's taking a toll. He's taking a lot of hits, you know, injury concerns as well for Cam. And then also, Cam was never the most accurate quarterback in the NFL, man. You talk about a guy that was always in the high 50s as far as completion percentage with Cam Newton. So, like I said, you know, I can understand the Chargers kind of, you know, having some, you know, meetings and thoughts going on about what they want to do. At the end of the day, you know, do you sign Cam? Probably. But if you keep Tyrod Taylor, I wouldn't be mad at them also if they did that. You know, because I'm not sure that Cam is just that much better right now. And then Jameis Winston, I think Jameis, you know, because the musical chairs the quarterback in the NFL, you know, everybody has kind of fallen into place. So I don't see a starting position for Jameis Winston this year. I think Jameis is going to end up being a backup somewhere. And wouldn't it be something if he ends up on the Cowboys as a backup?
Yeah, but they didn't re-sign Cooper Rush or whoever it is. Or they didn't re-sign him?
Yeah,
Cooper
I think,
Rush?
yeah, but I mean, yeah, you did, but you know, if that went down, you know, would you feel better having Jameis as your backup or Cooper Rush? You know what I'm saying?
Of course, Winston, but the key is his price tag.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to, you know what, I don't think he's going to cost that much. I really don't. I could see him falling somewhere between $3 million, $4 million, man. I don't think Jameis is going to command a lot as far as like a one-year deal somewhere.
You know who's a sleeper team? They were smart. The Jaguars, who struggle with fans, Winston or Newton too. Because Gardner Minshew is just, you gonna go with Gardner Minshew? Really?
They are.
I mean,
they are. Man, they gonna go with Gardner Minshew. You know, at least for, you know, the foreseeable future. Like I said, you know, one of those guys, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, that last musical chair, and Cam and Jameis are kind of circling around it as far as the starting position. And, you know, once whoever gets that last seat, the other guys will be on the bench, man. Can you imagine Cam Newton or Jameis come off the bench, you know, or being a backup for a team next year?
I can see it happening, but it don't mean it's right, because I don't think that Nick Foles or Trubisky should be starting in Chicago, but they drafted him so high, and Matt Nagy loves Nick Foles, so he got his boy there. So, but I don't think Jared Goff was that good either in the Rams, but they paid him so much money. So I feel like the money is so tied up with these guys that, hey, you got to play these guys who you got the money tied up in, but they're not really not that good as guy paid because they're trying to get paid. But I'm with you though. Like it's gonna be weird to see one of them dudes coming off the bench when you see guys like Blaine Gabbert get a job behind Tom Brady. Speaking of Tom Brady, you shocked that he went to the Buccaneers, that the Patriots didn't try to keep him, and then he ended up with the Bucks. Out of all these teams.
I think after a certain point in time, you talk about a guy that has been there 20 years, man. 20 years and has won 6 rings, man, and we've been in the Super Bowl 8, 9 times now. Overall, it was just time, man. Like, you can't. 20 years is a long time, especially in the NFL. And if you feel like you can still play, and the team, feels like they want to try to see what else is out there. Like, I mean, it's an amicable split. I don't think it was the Patriots' fault. I don't think it was Brady's fault. Like, it's, at a certain point in time, you just kind of go your own ways. And him going to Tampa, I'm intrigued to see what happens. We're going to find out. This is going to be either validation for Tom Brady or validation for Bill Belichick. Like, who was really responsible for the Patriots' run, for that dynasty, man? Was it Tom or was it Bill, man? I've always been of the notion that Tom Brady is a system quarterback. Like, he would not have been successful anywhere else other than New England. I'm always going to be of that notion. And this upcoming year, whenever it does start, this upcoming year is going to dictate, who was right, who was responsible for the Patriots dynasty, man. And I think when it's all said and done, I think people are going to realize that it was Bill Belichick. Tom Brady is a great player, but if Belichick wasn't there, I don't think Tom Brady would have had that same success, man.
I hear that. Now, also, we're going to hit this before we get out of here, man, is Trey Young. He's bad again. The story leaked today, bro, about Trey Young discontent with Lloyd Pearson. And my thing is this, bro, why do you leak this during the pandemic? Why?
Right.
Like, why?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold you accountable to play defense and pass the ball to your teammates. I mean, we're not going to win anyway. So what's your deal? Like, this has been going on all year long. Him complaining about Lloyd Pearson's teammates, and he puts his good front in front of the media, but he does it behind the scenes, and it leaks out via certain reporters. And I'm like, come on, man. What are your thoughts about this, man?
I mean, it's one of those situations where you got a guy in Trey Young, top 5 pick, the franchise, the future, and a Hawks team that had before the everything just went to hell as far as the season. You talk about a Hawks team that was underachieving. A lot of people, and this, you being there, boss. As far as the expectations for the Hawks was, a team that could possibly contend for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference this year.
And those were false expectations. I told you at the beginning. I told you those were false.
Yeah.
Hope. I told you at the beginning that was false hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And a team that had definitely underachieved. Up until the point where the season cut off. And it's a situation as far as Lloyd Pierce, man. Like, I've never been a big fan of his. You know what I'm saying? He's a great guy. But I mean, like I said, boss, I'm looking at it from the outside. You on the inside, just looking at his coaching and the team, he doesn't seem to really be able to inspire guys. Am I wrong in saying that?
It's more of lack of talent than inspiring guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of lack of talent. Guys will. The problem with the Hawks is that they have a good run. Then you go to the Hawks bench. Then that's the issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Then if you notice, the blowouts happen second, third, and fourth quarters when the bench are in.
No doubt.
The starters can keep it reasonable. Then you get past Trey, Collins, Herter, Hunter. Then you go to the bench.
I'm with you.
Things go downhill, and I mean, I can't put it on Lloyd Pierce when the GM constructed a bad roster.
Yeah.
From the jump to save money and get on the cap and get draft picks.
No doubt, man. So, like I think at the end of the day, man, whenever the season, whenever the NBA does resume, and they get past this season, and whenever they start next season, I think if the Hawks don't show signs of promise next season, man, as far as winning games and being in contention, I could see an early exit for Lloyd Pierce there, man.
Yeah, I can too. I think what's gonna happen to Lloyd is this: he's gonna take all these L's, build a team up, but then once same kind of happened with Larry Drew and Mike Budenholzer. Larry Drew, he's stabbed by Woodson in the back. The team was getting good under Drew and Woodson. Then Bud comes in with the team ready and try to make a run with him. So Lloyd will take all these L's on his record. Then all of a sudden he'll hire somebody new to take him over the hump and get all the credit for it. Kind of like Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr to a degree.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's one of those situations, man. Like I said, the Hawks being 20-47 up until the point that the NBA season was suspended, man. It's just it just and people in Atlanta, you guys they care about it. They care about basketball. They care about the Hawks. Like the Hawks were doing good at one point, won the playoffs. Now you got a young superstar, but you got to surround him with talent. And if he's beefing with the coach, you know who's gonna win that battle.
I already know it's going to be Trae Young in that battle. Well, bruh, I know right now we're trying to overcome this COVID-19. We're going to keep the show going and entertain our fans. The home studio is working pretty good so far. It sounds good on my end. Hope it sounds good on your end. So I think we're ready to go to beat this thing, bruh.
Hey,
Shelter in place.
Hey, and this too shall pass, man. Like I said, everybody stay home, stay safe. Do what you gotta do, man, and just protect each other, man, and let's just get over this so we can get back to living our lives, man.
No doubt, bro. We'll talk to you next week, my brother. Stay safe, man.
All right, boss.
That's J.C. Smith on the Boss, man. So people check him out.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.